Guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since we've done a video. It's been pretty snowy up here in southern Ontario. So we've been busy moving snow and salting and whatever. So we thought we would do a short video on some texturing. I haven't done much of this, but I wanted to try it, and the tools are pretty expensive if you want to just start out doing this. So I thought, well, I should be able to make something up that would kind of simulate what those tools do. So what I ended up doing was I took apart an old battery-operated screwdriver that I had and found some small gears that I can use. And I had an old grinder, and I took the head apart and found some other pinion gears that I can use, and just mounted them in some handles. The small gear, I've took a couple of corner brackets, cut the one side off and mounted the gear between those, made up a little handle. As you can see, it's pretty rough. Haven't really finished it off at all. So this tool is the pinion gear out of the grinder. It would normally mesh with this gear to get your right angle on your grinder. So I'm going to use this part of the gear. And this gear is out of a old battery-operated screwdriver. But I mean, you can use any gear. I find that the finer the teeth, the better it works. And it could be a bigger gear. Bear with me. We're going to try to do some of this. I put some coloring on this piece of maple so that when it cuts, you'll hopefully see it a little better. So what we'll do is we'll take this pinion gear, and this pops out of this handle. I'm just going to flip it around, and we'll cut into the end of this. This seems to make a better pattern on the concave part than it does on the convex part. So let's give this a try. And I'm running this around 600 RPM. I'm just going to bring it up. Put a fair bit of pressure on it. You can see the design we get. Kind of like a floral, I guess, design you could call it. Try it on this shoulder here. Now that's moving it, so you get that design. If you hold it in one spot, a little bit more defined. All depends how much pressure you put on the tool, what you get. On the straight here, you could go so that's going forward towards me. Put this in reverse. So you get kind of a herringbone pattern there. Let's try it down here. We'll go So the more you practice with this, the better you get at it. I'm sure there's all kinds of different designs you could make. Another thing I've made up is a bunch of small beading tools that I've made. And I've just used old screwdrivers and filed them with chainsaw files, round files. So we have different size beads that we can turn. These I use if I'm doing small vases and I want to put some beading on it. But they're quite simple. One thing nice about these, you can just touch them up with a file after you've used them. So we got, that was a 1/8. This is a 5/16. Seven 30-seconds. So you can clean these up. Again, these are just tools you can use to put some texturing in if you like doing the texturing. In most cases, the only time I use these is if I'm putting a little lid on a pot or something, because personally I prefer just to leave the wood bare with the finish on it. Here's an example of some of the texturing I've done with these tools, and that adds a little bit of enhancement to a cap if you were making a lid for a pot. And then once you would put some oil on there, it would probably highlight those even a little better. Here, this is just some oil and wax. As you can see, it highlights the design a little bit. I just made this up just to try it out to see how it would work, and it's didn't do too bad of a job. I mean, it was an old tool, stuff that I had left laying around, so it really only cost me a couple hours of my time to make it. So hopefully this is helpful to anybody on a limited budget. It's a pretty simple, easy way to add some texturing to your projects, and very inexpensive. So if you like this, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks very much. See you next time around.